Vitaємо. Welcome. A warm Ukrainian welcome to all of you today. Please take your seats if you're still on your way in. If you turn to the entrance, you will be able to witness a traditional Ukrainian Blahoslovenia, a blessing from Christina's elders, her uncle Nicholas Sitnicki and her aunt and godmother Valentina Sitnicki.
On this perfect day, we welcome Christina and Tom on their perfect relationship. And we want to offer our blessing to the both of you. And we want to gift you this special icon, or ikonostas, as we say. And we hope that God will bless you and guide you throughout the next chapter of your lives together. May every day that you're together be blessed as it is today with life and laughter and more than anything, togetherness. God bless from Tata Valia and myself.
God bless you, and may you continue to love each other forever and ever.
All of these lines across my face tell you a story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I've got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. I climbed across the mountain tops, swam all across the ocean blues, crossed all the lines and I broke all the rules. But baby, I broke them all for you. Because even when I was flat broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000. It's true, I was made for you. You see the smile that's on my mouth, it's hiding the words that won't come out. And all of my friends who think that I'm blessed, they don't know my head is a mess. No, they don't know who I really am, and they don't know what I've been through like you do. And I was made for you. Yes, it's true, I was made for you.
Please stand.
Hayamo! Welcome, family, friends. We're gathered here today in the traditional, ancestral, and contemporary lands of the Gayogono Nation, the Cayuga people, as we are here today to celebrate the marriage of our beloveds, Tom and Christina. Welcome.
And as we gather here under this beautiful Vinok, our hearts and minds are with all people working for peace and justice, from Ukraine to Ethiopia, from Uvalde to Buffalo, from the Bronx to Binghamton. We hold all of our planet's sisters, brothers, siblings in the light. As I invite you to join me in reciting the prayer of St. Francis, if you know it. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Thank you. Please be seated.
This is not the beginning of a new relationship, but an acknowledgement of the next chapter in Tom and Christina's lives. Tom and Christina have spent an entire pandemic getting to know each other, and we now bear witness to what their relationship has become. Today, they will affirm this bond finally and publicly.
We will begin with a reading of Love by Roy Croft. I love you, not only for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. I love you, not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that you bring out. I love you for putting your hand into my heaped up heart and passing over all the foolish, weak things that you can't help dimly seeing there, and for drawing out into the light all the beautiful things that no one else had looked quite far enough to find. I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me good, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy. You have done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You have done it by being yourself. Perhaps that is what being a friend means, after all.
Tom and Christina will mark their transition as a couple by celebrating not only the love between themselves, but the love between all of us, including their parents, siblings, extended family, children, and best friends. That love makes today all the more joyous.
Back when all my little goals seemed so important, every pot of gold full and full of distortion. Heaven was a place still in space, not in motion. But soon I got you, I got everything, I got you. I don't need nothing more than you. I got everything, I got you. We went walking through the hills trying to pretend that we both know. Maybe if we save up we can build a little home. But then the hailstorm came and yelled, you need to let go, you've got no control. I got you, I've got everything, I've got you. I don't need nothing more than you. I got everything, I got you. This weight's too much alone. Some days I can't hold it at all. You take it on for me. When tomorrow's too much, I'll carry it all, I've got you. And when tomorrow's too much, I'll carry it all, I've got you. I've got you, I've got everything, I've got you. I don't need nothing more than you. I've got everything, I've got you.
The symbolism of Ukrainian embroidery has been passed down from generation to generation. The embroidered towel, interlaced with threads of various colors, represents all aspects of human life: family, love, tradition, faith, and strength. The couple will stand together on one rushnik to indicate the new life they now begin. Christina is using a rushnik from her grandparents, Maria and Miron Zidnicki, who were happily married for over 50 years. Please join us as we sing the most sacred Ukrainian prayer, Otche Nash, the Our Father. Please stand for the prayer.
Ty Godly
You may be seated.
The most sacred portion of the Ukrainian wedding is the crowning, or vinchi. Vinki. It's a wreath made of myrtle that is placed on the heads of the bride and groom.
Myrtle and evergreen symbolizes everlasting love, purity, and fertility, and has been used in wedding rituals since ancient times to signify the dawn of a new kingdom to be ruled by the couple. They will rule their familial kingdom with wisdom, integrity, and peace.
I would now like to invite Tom to read the vows he has written for Christina.
I hope that no one here was expecting to hear traditional vows, because you might be at the wrong wedding. This is what it's like all the time. Dateline, March 3rd, 2020. A man and a woman are in adjacent rooms at a Swedish folk band concert. Their two radar beams happen to cross at precisely the same moment. They make eye contact. The man is immediately struck by the woman's sunny and enchanting smile. And although he isn't close enough to hear her conversation, he notes her animated body language and decidedly positive demeanor. He ponders the energy he felt from her radar beam and weighs his next move. Repeated visual contact on her part confirms his suspicion. Houston, we have energy. Her gravitational pull wins out over protocol, and he approaches her. Conversation ensues. Boxes are checked bilaterally. A friend with thinly veiled agendas and strong opinions about appropriate romantic matches for each of them. Connie sees her opportunity and seizes the moment, declaring to all within earshot that they are both single, all caps. After this embarrassing but secretly welcome moment for both of them, the conversation continues and builds. More boxes are checked. She gives him her phone number. He gladly pockets it. The meeting sparks the man's imagination. Over the next week, he thinks about life. And what is the essence of happiness for him and for all couples? He replays the encounter in his mind, each time noticing new qualities in the woman. So articulate, so passionate, values to die for. Clearly very compassionate, great politics, and super cute. Once again, he feels the gravitational pull, and once again, he yields. He makes the call. Christina, who could have imagined that that unique moment in the meandering timelines of our lives would lead to this one? But here we stand, on the threshold of the greatest and the most joyful commitment two humans can make. It turns out that all of those great qualities I was picking up on in our initial encounter were but the tip of the iceberg. Who could imagine a kinder, a more beautiful, a more loving, or a more gifted partner? So why would a man like me fall so hard for a woman like you? It's a shorter question to ask, why wouldn't I? If I had to list even a small percentage of your most admirable traits, it would take days for me to be your husband, and I just can't wait that long. You're kind. Ask anybody who knows you, anybody in the bridesmaids, anybody in this audience who knows you, and especially those who know you well. By example, you have taught me to look for and to find the finest qualities in the people that surround us. You're talented. The first time I actually heard you teach, I was astounded. You are a masterful teacher. You connect with your students on an emotional and an intellectual level that is second to none. You could see it and hear it in the voices and the faces of your students. You create a safe haven where the seeds of learning can grow and reach for the skies. You're passionate and empathetic. I tied these together because it's just how you're wired. Your empathy flows through your passion, and your passion flows through your empathy. Our first conversation and our first true connection was on the topic of immigrants. With every pore of your being, you are dedicated to improving the lives of immigrants. Perhaps it's because of your experience growing up in an immigrant culture and speaking a language different from most Americans. Perhaps it's because you're driven to serve those in greatest need. In any case, you are uniquely qualified to serve the needs of immigrants who are struggling to understand a new language and culture, because you allow your own experiences to inform your mentorship and your support. Your students love you so much because you feed their souls as well as their minds. But wait, there's more. You are strong. Today, this wedding, this marriage, shows how incredibly strong you are. You're capable. Kindness and empathy are great and all, but when you couple them with a strong moral compass, mama, and the fortitude to set a goal and knock down every barrier to reach that goal, then you have a truly powerful person. For example, you're a master of logistics. Here we are. You guys should see the spreadsheets. They're amazing. If anyone here thinks the planning for this wedding is impressive or at least unique, don't look at me. It's all Christina. You have reframed my relationship with the world and caused me to challenge vast swaths of my assumptions about human nature. You have taught me a level of intimacy and friendship that I'd seen in relationships around me, but never expected that I would experience in this lifetime. But I do experience it every day. Over the countless hours we spend together, I never tire of your companionship. It's always something new and fresh. You have a unique ability to inhabit a moment, and there is much I can and will learn from you. We're both odd ducks. Anyone who knows us will agree. Or rather, I should say, we are blue herons. You're small in stature, but in my eyes, you're a spiritual and an emotional giant. How such a small woman could change me and cause me to experience the deepest levels of trust and love for the very first time in my life is beyond me. So, since these are vows, I should promise some things. I promise to use what I know about you to help you. I've learned so much about you in the last 2.5 years. That radar beam that brought us together in the beginning has uncovered so much about you. I promise to consistently use this knowledge to help you achieve your goals and realize your dreams. I promise to remind you in every way possible that you are on the inside, looking out. My job is to get the message through to your heart, and even perchance your soul, that you are not just an observer of life and love, but a vital participant whose presence has a profound impact on your partner and your world. All of the beautiful people here who have come out to support you today will bear witness to this. I promise to give you all the love you could ever want, and then some. No strings attached, just love and acceptance. Dedication. You deserve a reliable partner, someone you can count on, not just when it's smooth sailing. We're defined not by our best moments, but by our most challenging moments. I promise that the tougher the road is, the harder I will work to strengthen us. Exploring the world. This is the good part. There's a big, bright, beautiful world out there, Christina, and we share wanderlust and a sense of adventure. We will travel the country and the world and satisfy every bit of that wanderlust. In many ways, Christina, you and I are very different people. We have different backgrounds, different interests, but one quality that unites and bonds us is an incredible need to give love and to be loved. We have both tried many different approaches, but we were never able to get what we came for. We long to bring joy to the life of another human being and satisfy another human being's deepest needs and desire. If there's one thing that will bind us together forever and take us through the rest of our lives as a happy couple, it's this commonality. Why are we a perfect pair? I think it's because we have complementary blind spots. Put a lot of thought into this. We're both kind of geeky, we're both imperfect, and we're both a little broken. But that, my love, is what makes our strength. We deeply understand each other's pain, and we seek to use the intimate knowledge we have about one another to empower each other, to create opportunity for growth, and to be the best expression of ourselves as individuals, but also as a couple, our own brand. That's something that you said to me in the beginning. This is ad lib here, but when we first met, I said, how do you picture us? And you said, I envision us as a power couple. But that's our brand, using what we know about one another to help. We're unafraid to be vulnerable. We're on the inside looking out, and we're excluded from nothing we wish to be a part of. Christina, you are my roof flower. You are my Chervona ruta. Thank you for joining me in this excellent adventure that we call life. Let's experience the full range of human emotion with no compromise. Let's dive into this most amazing journey, and most of all, let's have fun.
Christina, would you read your vows?
Thank you, Allie. That was beautiful. My best to follow that. Dear Tom, before I met you, I felt lost, unvalued, and unseen. I tried to compensate for my loneliness through projects, degrees, awards, and accolades.
I traveled the world, but never found a home. I kept trying to change the system, but couldn't change how I felt about myself. I always felt lost in life, like I was on the outside looking in. When I met you, I felt like I died and went to Binghamton. My decision to quit my job and move to Binghamton was a radical act of self-love, and the universe rewarded me by finding you. From the moment we locked eyes, jiving to Swedish folk at the Bundy Museum, deep down I knew you were going to change my life. You are the most unique person in the entire world, my great blue heron. Who else in the world is lucky enough to have a francophone entrepreneurial inventor who plays the washboard professionally? Who gets to date the MacGyver of wheelchair lifts? A man who devotes his entire career to solving problems. I'm lucky because he not only helps some of the most marginalized members of our society to live their most free, powerful, and self-actualized lives. He puts me in the driver's seat of my own life and helps me navigate this incredible journey. I love you, Tom, because you pay such incredible attention to details and listen with such intensity, even when you're on your phone. You use everything you know about me to help me. When there was no water in the garden, you worked with me to capture the rain. When it felt like work was spinning out, you came back with keys to my own pickup truck. On the coldest, darkest day, you glided toward me on silver skates and asked me the most important question of my life. And I said, hell yes. The best thing about our relationship, Tom, is that every day I love you more, not less. When things get tough, we just get closer, not farther apart. The more I learn about you, the more there is to love. I promise, for the rest of my life, that I'm going to love you and stand by you. That I'll use everything I know about you to help you grow. That when you get mission face, I'll be patiently waiting to hear how I can help. That when the waves and winds blow against us, we'll paddle on the same side. That when the world is cruel, I'll be here to crack your chicken bones and crack the problem. When you come home starved and exhausted, I'll be there to nourish your soul. We'll do push-ups and We'll do push-ups and puzzles in the morning to help our bond grow strong. These humble daily actions will build a solid foundation to radiate our joy to the world. I promise that we'll keep learning about each other and finding new ways to work and grow more vibrantly together. Will you, Tom Egan, be my great blue heron for the rest of my life? Will you, my friends and family, support me in being a kind and loving partner to Tom, my favorite person in the whole world?
Yes.
For this day and always, let's build our nest together. Two blue herons, creative and successful, together on our own terms, gazing from the inside, looking out, as long as we both shall live.
Thank you. Can you hang on to the page for a little while longer? Thank you. Would you like me to take that from you? And now I invite you to again turn towards one another and hold hands as you do the simple, boring vows. Do you, Christina, take Tom to be your lawfully wedded partner, to have and to hold in sickness and in health, in good times and not so good times, for richer or poorer, keeping yourself unto him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And do you, Tom, take Christina to be your lawfully wedded partner, to have and to hold in sickness and in health, in good times and not so good times, for richer or poorer, keeping yourself unto her, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you bring a token of your pledge? May I have the rings? Would you take it out of the box, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. A ring is an unbroken circle, the ends joined together. It is a sign of infinity, a symbol of infinity. It represents your union. It represents your infinite love for one another. When you look at these rings on your hands, be reminded of this moment, of your commitment, and the love you now feel for each other. Before Tom and Christina exchange rings, I invite this congregation to add your blessing to the rings. I invite you to conjure in your heart, in your mind, the most wonderful blessing for this couple that you can imagine. I ask you to hold that in your heart, in your mind, right now. And so, bless these rings. Amen. Christina, you could take Tom's ring. Place it on Tom's finger and repeat after me. Tom, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
Tom, I give you this ring as a symbol of my life.
With the pledge
With the pledge
to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
And Tom, I invite you to take. Okay. I invite you to take Christina's ring and place it on her finger and repeat after me. Christina, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
Christina, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
With the pledge
With the pledge
to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Well, I'll be your rainy day lover whenever the sunny days end, and whatever the weather, we have each other, and that's how the story will end. Well, I'll be your shade tree in summer, if you'll be my fire when it's cold, and whatever the season, well, we'll keep on breathing, 'cause we'll have each other to hold, and I'll hold you, and I'll sing. I'm gonna love you forever, I do. I'm gonna spend all of my days with you. I'll carry your burden and be the wind at your back. I'm gonna spend my forever, forever like that. Well, I'll be the words on the pages, if you'll be my sweet melody, and the tune can keep changing, 'cause love my forever. When the rain comes, I'll be your shelter. When the wind blows, love will be together. When the storms they rise, well, I'll be right there by your side. And I'll sing, I'm gonna love you forever, I do. I'm gonna spend all of my days with you. I'll carry your burden and be the wind at your back. I'm gonna spend my forever, forever like that.
Before this beautiful ceremony comes to a close, I'd like to acknowledge our musicians.
Thank you so
who
much.
have done such a beautiful job. Thank you so much.
Thank you for choosing us.
Before these witnesses, Tom and Christina, you have pledged to be joined in marriage. You have now sealed this pledge with your wedding rings. By the authority vested in me by the great state of New York, I now pronounce you married for life. You may celebrate with a kiss.
All of these lines across my face tell you a story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I've got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. I climbed across the mountain tops, swam all across the ocean blue. I crossed all the lines and I broke all the rules, but baby, I broke them all for you. Because even when I was flat broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000. You do, and I was made for you. You see the smile that's on my mouth, it's hiding the words that won't